Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Kryptonite Core. Hope you all are having a tremendous day. Fantastic Friday. My Friday is pretty damn good. Going on vacation starting today. Trying to figure everything out. As far as everything goes, so as everything goes, I'm going to be traveling a little bit for my vacation that's coming up, and I want to give that my all very, very shortly. Returning back to the beach, going to Hanging Rock, good old North Carolina, going fishing and just escaping reality for just a few days to take a break from work. We all need a break from work, and spending very minimum while I do so. So today I'm going to go over my WWE Bad Blood predictions, which that event is taking place this Saturday, which is tomorrow. It's taking place tomorrow. Now, first thing I want to say is both the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship are not on the line for the show. Walter and Sami Zayn will be having a match on Monday Night Raw for that World Heavyweight Championship, which I suspect is going to be a massive main event match. I suspect that it's going to be one of the best main events that Raw has had in a long, long time. Saying that means that not only will Raw be very special with that main event, but I hope they use to get all the props that they deserve by going out there and burning the house to the ground. And Sami Zayn, he definitely deserves a run with that title, with that strap. But at this particular time, I don't think WWE is going to give him that particular position, which is sad because the guy has worked his tail off to get to that position. So hopefully in the next few years, he actually gets what he deserves. What's going on, Call of Duty noob style? How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. But Sami Zayn deserves the very best. He's one of the best wrestlers at the moment, and I hope he gets his props, and I hope he gets his due. What's going on, Sanchez? Hope you're doing well as on this good old faithful Friday. I'm happy that you're doing good as well. I'm doing amazing. Getting ready for a vacation, returning back to the beach, going to the mountains. I was gonna say returning to the mountains, but yes, it's been quite some time since I have been to the mountains, going to Hanging Rock here in North Carolina, which is about 2.5 hours from from some of the areas that were affected by the hurricane that went through North Carolina, Boone, North Carolina, and it's probably a couple hours. Well, it's probably about 4 hours away from the actual Asheville, North Carolina. But I wanted to go to the mountains, so I'm getting that opportunity. What's going on, Rose? How you doing? How's everybody doing? Everybody gonna have big old plans for the weekend? Hope you guys are having a great time. Fart in my sink. That's a weird comment. But yeah. I don't I will not. But maybe you can have somebody do that for you. But yes. But hopefully everybody's having fun this Friday. I'm mainly getting my mind set on vacation, but I want to go over a few things from WWE because I'm trying to test out what works and what doesn't. It seems like, some things stick and some things won't, but doing the WWE or AEW prediction videos sometimes for me doesn't really do the best, but I try to do different things. I try to do different things in order to grab different people's attention because I don't think every channel needs to be about one set subject or one set event or whatever. I think it needs to be whatever the person's passionate about, whatever the person has desire for, and they need to just make the best of that. Because if it's truly a passion, if it's truly a desire, nothing is going to hold them back. Nothing. So if that is playing video games, which I highly recommend, once in a while stepping into the realm of playing a video game because it can relieve stress, or if it's going on a hike, which I will be going on a long hike this upcoming week to Hangman's Rock, or Hanging Man's Rock, Hanging Rock, or whatever the hell, I can't remember the exact name of it, but it has, one of the trails is 7.5 miles, 7.5 miles, and it's in that area they have waterfalls, in that area they have beautiful views, beautiful scenery, and I'm excited to go see it. So I'm gonna get back into the world of wrestling. So Walter and Sami Zayn are going to be fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship this coming up Monday Night Raw. That match should automatically be the main event. It should be automatically in the main event because for some reason it wasn't on this show, which I can get. I understand why it wasn't on the show, but I would actually go into the realm of things of saying most of the pay-per-views nowadays, and that goes for both major companies in the United States. Both companies need to have, so Bad Blood, I would have it be night 1, night 2, instead of just a one particular evening, because you got 5 matches and 5 good matches that have good stories, good structures, good build to all of them. But there's other stories and other situations that need to be addressed, and they need to be showcased on the main stage. And the main stage that's happening tomorrow evening is going to be Bad Blood. I'm not going to the event. I'm not going to travel to that arena, but I always have this deep consideration for the world of professional wrestling, and I have always enjoyed it deeply. So I think deeply. I think that Walter and Sami Zayn. Okay, so if they can't be on the show, since it's only a one-night show and they want to have these particular matches on the show, then I think that the best case scenario would be to have it be the main event of Monday Night Raw and give them some damn time. Okay, so Monday Night Raw is going 2 hours very, very shortly. I don't know if this coming up Monday Night Raw is a 2-hour show because I haven't watched it actually live in a very, very long time. Usually I watch the highlights off of YouTube, which yes seems a little counterintuitive, but I think it's the best gesture for the time being. Because I think a lot of the stuff that happens on Raw, SmackDown, some stuff in even NXT and AEW, some of it seems a lot like filler, a lot of like stuff that we don't really need to have on our screens because it's actually not a situation, it's not a storyline, it's not a build to a storyline or a situation that I or many other wrestling fans are really and particularly wanting to see. So, that being said, I do, however, I think that events like Bad Blood need to be a 1 and 2 night situation where Walter and Sami Zayn could go out there and have a tremendous contest. Since they're skipping that whole dialogue, that whole situation, and they're sort of translating it to them having a match on Monday Night Raw, I would give them 30 minutes. I mean, 40 minutes, something, man. Give them a lot of time. Make them seem important because you're not giving them a match on the actual pay per view. You're giving them a match on Monday Night Raw. And they've said that they want to basically make Raw seem important. They want Raw to feel important again. Okay? Like a cliffhanger. Every episode. Another cliffhanger. And you definitely can do that, but you got to make it seem important. Okay? So if you're going to make that match on Monday Night Raw between Sami Zayn challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, you got to make it feel important by giving it a lot of time. Okay? And obviously, Gunther is going to retain the prize, the possession. But let me say that Sami Zayn is overdue for a world title run. And earlier in the year, I believe he re-signed with the company, which now his best friend Kevin Steen, aka Kevin Owens, his contract is up, and he's thinking about re-signing or not re-signing, going to AEW or whatever. And I think he'll stick around because his best friend Sammy resigned, or he's with the company still. Another championship that's not going to be defended at Bad Blood as well will be Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship at the pay-per-view as well. I think that one or both of those championships should be defended at every single show. So my view on this is either have 1 to 2 nights of every single event, okay? Which basically means you can have a mixed brand, like Raw and SmackDown night 1 and night 2, or you could have Raw's version of it, and then you could have SmackDown's version of it, and then you could have 2 separate Bad Bloods, 2 separate SummerSlams, 2 separate WrestleManias. Therefore, more talent get utilized on the shows, more talent get wins, losses, and so on and so forth, but more talent get used. Like, that's the most important thing, the most essential part. And that's why certain talents have left WWE, because they felt like they were being underutilized, not appreciated. They felt like they were not viewed as important anymore, or their age was catching up with them, like Edge, aka now he's going by Adam Copeland or whatever. I think that people should definitely look at that and think about that deeply, because there's too many good talent out there that need to actually be treated like top stars. And a lot of the championships in WWE, such as the World Championship, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the women's titles, the tag team titles, the United States, the Intercontinental, and those titles should be defended on pay-per-view. Okay, now don't get me wrong; they need to be defended on Raw, SmackDown, as well. But the main premise should be defending on those pay-per-views. And so, I believe that night 1, night 2, or Raw's version, SmackDown version of the pay-per-views. Which, if you look at it like that, the first match goes to Raw, second match goes to SmackDown, third match goes back to Raw, fourth match goes to Raw, fifth match goes to SmackDown. So it's like 2 matches go to SmackDown right this year, and then 3 matches are for Raw. I would actually say that both shows could have 5 matches apiece. You could have LA Knight defend the United States Championship in a triple threat match. You could have the Intercontinental Championship be defended at the pay-per-view where Jey Uso defends it against his number 1 contender, whomever that may be. You could have so many different showcases, all right? But they chose these 5 particular matches, and I'm going to go through them. Okay, so The match that has been rumored to kick off the event is CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in the side of the Hell in a Cell. The return of the Hell in a Cell match in quite some time. The Hell in a Cell match in the last few years when Vinnie Mac was owner, like full CEO, of the company. Um, it seemed like the match itself got dulled down. It turned into a mockery of what it should have been and what it could have been. Um, the original programming of the Hell in a Cell match was to end feuds, to end it all, you know, basically to take the brutality up a notch, to take it all out, you know. And some of the stories that were in some of those first original Hell in a Cell matches where Undertaker took on Mankind, threw him off the cell. Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker comes to mind, along as many others. Okay, those Hell in a Cell matches were there to end those stories, end those feuds, and they did. Most of them did. Okay, I enjoyed them. Okay, most certainly did. Most certainly enjoyed every single one of them. But what I also have to say is that last few years, if the Hell in a Cell matches have been too bland and too easy, and they were a little, they didn't seem like the feud were ending. Like they would just give the Hell in a Cell match all at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, which is another day in itself, but I don't think that was a great idea to call a pay-per-view after the concept of the event at all. That's stupid. And then on top of that, it just seemed like they didn't mean as much. So you got CM Punk, who returned to the company, and you got this red hot feud with Drew McIntyre. These two are going to bring back the realness, the grittiness of the Hell in a Cell match. Okay, so I am wanting them to end this story. Okay, the story between these two is red hot. Okay, it's on fire. It's doing super well. It's getting both of them mainstream attention, and they both need that attention at the moment. They both need to grasp onto that attention. CM Punk is obviously the favorite. Drew McIntyre is the one who's hated. But what I want, I don't really care necessarily who wins or who loses this competition. I want to see some brutality brought out in this match. I want to see this feud not only end, but I want to see it be verbalized in a physical way on this particular evening. If it was me booking it, see, CM Punk was a special guest referee at NXT's show this past week, right? And me being me, I want to book this into a situation. So CM Punk put his hands on Ethan Page after the show, okay? They got pictures, they got videos of him hitting the GTS on Ethan Page. Okay, so I'm going to book, if it was me booking this show, I would have Ethan Page from NXT screw CM Punk out of this opportunity to defeat and end this story with Drew McIntyre. I'd have this match be the most violent match that's happened in the last few years on pay-per-view. I'd have both CM Punk and McIntyre be Crimson Mask. I would give this match time, okay? Almost the same damn time I would give Sami Zayn versus Gunther, okay? Quite a bit of time, okay? Get these two to the point where they're just beating the holy hell out of each other, brutalizing each other, making each other bleed, making each other gush, making each other go through so much agony and pain, okay? After all that, okay, I would have Ethan Page dressed up as a cameraman or dressed up as the referee, something, okay, something crazy. And he screw CM Punk out of the victory because Ethan Page believes deep down that he was screwed out of the NXT World Heavyweight Championship by CM Punk. I think they should actually go with that story because for some reason they put CM Punk in that. Maybe they were just trying to boost ratings, but you could continue boosting ratings by having Ethan Page and CM Punk down the line. Okay, and it is obviously a foregone conclusion on who's going to win that contest. Probably going to be Punk, but it's still a match that could happen to boost Ethan Page up a little step or two. With that being said, I would. Hold on a second. Thirsty. Anyways, I would have Ethan Page screw CM Punk out of the win and then have them two fight later on at an NXT show. So I would have Drew McIntyre win that Hell in a Cell match. With the skin of his teeth, all right? With the skin of his teeth, and I would have him pull out the victory right out of his rear end and have his hand raised high into the eye, So, yeah. Next, we have Nia Jax versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley defeated Naomi to gain this opportunity. A lot of people have speculated that Naomi will turn heel. Don't see that happening. Do not see that happening at all. It could take place, but I don't see Naomi actually turning heel. And better yet, I don't see her. There's been no indication that might happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I also, so I think this is going to be a decent basic match. I think Naomi could get involved by basically leveling, Tiffany Stratton or something, or even trying to help and then accidentally, inadvertently costing Bayley the victory. I could potentially see something like that. But I think ultimately, Tiffany Stratton is going to try to get on the good side of Nia Jax by helping her become, or should I say, retain the WWE Women's Championship. And she does that by cracking Bayley in the head with the briefcase. Okay. Then Nia Jax will be on her side. I've read a lot of reports that people think that Bayley's going to defeat Nia Jax and then become champion, and then Tiffany Stratton's going to cash in on Bayley. Sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a good plan. The reason I don't think that that's going to happen, probably ever, is because Nia Jax this past week grabbed Tiffany Stratton by the throat and threatened her and made it personal. All right, she made it personal, and she said if things basically do not improve, she's going to take all her rage out on Tiffany Stratton. Now, Tiffany Stratton looked a little irritated by this and she's a little upset, which I think anybody would be in their right damn mind. And so she basically looked like she was going to get some redemption. So I think the only logical thing to do with this is to continue building and continue building this chemistry and maybe dissatisfaction between these two participants, Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, and eventually have Tiffany Stratton cash in on Nia Jax later down the line. I don't think the big payoff is her cashing in on Bayley. It really wouldn't do any favors for Bayley, but it really wouldn't do any creative plans for Nia Jax or even Tiffany Stratton. So in this particular contest, I think that Nia Jax is going to win. Okay, maybe because of Tiffany Stratton's interference, maybe because of Naomi's interjection and accidentally cost Bayley the victory. Whatever it's going to be, Nia will retain the championship. And I think that's a smart decision. Okay. Next we have Damian Priest taking on Finn Balor, former WWE World Tag Team Champions. Actually, the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Pretty successful tag team. They held the belts for a lengthy amount of time. And they were a pretty solid unit. Okay? They were a very solid unit. And now they're bitter rivals, you know. Damian Priest is now on the outside looking in from the, you know, the old syndicate that he used to call buddies. And now they're going to war at Bad Blood in a singles match with no stipulations, with, you know, no take off on rules, you know, just a simple one-on-one match. Now my thing is, okay, so Damian Priest got screwed by Prince Finn Balor, and he just wants a singles one-on-one match with him. Now, I may be a little crazy about this whole thing, but if one of my dear beloved friends cost me out of the championship and attacked me and brutalized me and hurt me and, you know, made me feel like I was worthless, okay? I think the last thing I would want is a singles match with nothing, you know, nothing on the line. I think the first thing that I would want would be I would want to maim that person. I would want to physically wound that person. I would physically want to break their spirits, break their bones, make them feel the pain that I felt. Okay. So I think the major disappointment is that they made this a singles match. Okay, a singles match between these two individuals where there is no added stipulation. Okay, so like I said, I would add it to be where it was like a no disqualification. It was an I quit. It was a strap. It was something. Ambulance. I mean stretcher. You know, a buried alive cat, something. But it's just a singles match. Okay. They probably did this because it's Hell in a Cell themed. You know, we don't want to have too many stipulations. I get it. I understand. Okay. But at the same time, I don't understand because Damian Priest should want to end Finn Balor. He should want to decapitate his spirit. Okay. Why? Because his best friend turned on him, and then he continuously attacks him, continuously wants to maim him, continuously wants to hurt him. And you want just a singles match? Come on. So, but they're having a singles match. I don't think it's a great idea, but they're having a singles match. And a lot of people I have read saying Damian Priest should walk out with his head held high. He should be the one that's victorious. He should be walking out with the one who's looking strong, looking great. I don't think so. I highly disagree with that. I think that he will look good when the feud is done. He will look great when the feud is done. But at the moment, he is going to look like a beaten man. Okay? He's going to look beaten at Bad Blood. Because I think that Finn Balor is going to win this match. And why do I think Finn Balor is going to look? You can't have Damian Priest win every single contest, because then you're going to make Finn Balor look worthless. Okay, make him look pointless. Okay, last thing you want and need and desire should be to make Finn Balor, okay, make him look pointless. Okay, the dude signed a new deal this past, a few months ago, and it should make him look like he's a star. Okay, so this match needs to look good. Okay, and since there's no added stipulation to the match, I would have Finn Balor win it. Okay, maybe with a little bit extra help. Okay, maybe Damian Priest, gets distracted by somebody else. Okay, but I'd have Finn Balor win. But then in the following contest, win possibly Survivor Series, when you actually have these two meet one final time. Okay. And potentially, maybe they might meet again after that point, in a one-on-one match. But if it is Survivor Series, I would have Damian Priest win it to end the situation, but for this match, Finn Balor needs to win. Okay, so Finn Balor's going to win that match. So in a review so far, we have Drew McIntyre, we have Nia Jackson, we have Finn Balor, who are all three bad guys. Okay. Next, we have the Women's World Heavyweight Championship on the line with Liv Morgan with Dirty Dom defending the title against Rhea Ripley. Just a reminder, Dom is stranded above the ring in a cage. Okay, so I've seen this played out many different ways. Sometimes they slip out of the cage, like Jim Cornette. Sometimes they throw a weapon down. I can't remember who did that, but it happened many, many moons ago. There's a lot of different things they can do. Okay, I think this is what's going to happen. Dirty Dom is probably actually going to be lowered down by Rhea Ripley herself. Okay, she's going to want to get her hands on him. Okay, so she's going to take out Liv Morgan. Okay, she's going to take that little broad out, that little blonde bimbo. She's going to take her out. She's going to beat her down. Okay, and then she's going to lower the cage, and John's going to be scared out of his freaking mind because, yeah, he's scared of Rhea. Rhea's going to slap him around a little bit, and she's going to potentially hit the riptide. But that's going to be the opportunity that Liv Morgan has to slide in the ring, roll her up, and get the 3 count. Okay? She's not going to hit the riptide yet on Dom. But her mind is fixated on ending Dominic Mysterio. But here's the problem. Your mind's too focused on the issue instead of how to solve the issue. Okay? So she's going to get beaten because her mind is fixated on this, and Dom almost gets hit with the riptide, but Lev saves him. Lev wins the match. Lev retains the Women's World Heavyweight Championship and walks, into Survivor Series potentially as the champion. Okay, similar situation to Damian Priest and Finn Balor's contest. I think that Rhea Ripley, when she finally finishes the story with Liv Morgan at Survivor Series or around Survivor Series, it needs to be where Rhea actually wins the feud. Okay, and then the new Judgment Day faction can go off into a different direction. Okay, because you don't want the feud to continue too long and make it starting getting bored, and stuff. So Rhea defeating Liv Morgan is probably the best situation. Okay, probably the best situation. It could be the worst decision. Okay, it could be the very, very worst. But I think that that's going to be the way it can happen because Rhea wants to take Dom out, and that is going to be the distraction that's going to lead Lev to victory. Okay, and then finally, so far we've had 4 heels retain or win. We had Drew McIntyre defeat CM Punk. We had Nia Jax retain and defeat Bayley. We had Finn Balor defeat Damian Priest. And we have Liv Morgan with Dominic Mysterio defeat Rhea Ripley. Okay, so in the main event we have Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns defending their pride, their honor, and dysfunction against the Bloodline, which is Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu with Tama Tonga and Tonga Wow. Okay, the Gorillas of Destiny. Okay. So we got this team that's mismangled, a little crazy, a little weird, taking on the Bloodline, which is Soa, Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu. This is going to be the main event. Okay, this is going to be the cream of the crop that rises to the top. Okay, you got 4 of the best stars right now in the WWE. Okay, Roman Reigns, who was the longest reigning champion of the modern era. Cody Rhodes, the man who defeated him. Okay, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes' son. All right, you got Solo Sikoa, who's supposedly the new leader of the Bloodline, but doesn't really have the umph to actually be the leader of the Judgment Day or the Bloodline or any other freaking faction because he really doesn't have the umph at all. Okay, he's boring, to be honest. So Solo Sokoa is, to me, he doesn't come off as a leader. Okay, he's more of a stepping stone, but it's a good story. Okay, it's a good story, and Jacob Fatu's just a madman on the will, that's unleashed and he's coming for your head pretty much. And then the Girls of Destiny, I know they're just they're at ringside, but they're both going to get taken out in this match. Let's just be honest, they're going to get taken out. They're going to get thrown for a loop, and that's cool. All right. So I did mention earlier that heels have won every other match. But I think it's perfectly honest to say that the Bloodline, Solo, and Jacob have to win this match as well. Mainly because how else would it make sense for how much else would it make sense if Cody and Roman defeated the Bloodline? What would the Bloodline then go do? What then would the Bloodline be able to do with a huge L on their record, losing to Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes? Well, to be quite honest, they wouldn't have a lot to do besides go at each other's throats. Okay, so I think the match is going to be good, and I think Cody and Roman are actually going to get along, and maybe towards the end of the match they start, like getting in each other's way a little bit, and Cody maybe accidentally hits Roman, and Roman accidentally hits Cody, and it seems like there's a little bit more dysfunction than normal. But I think at the end of the day, maybe you also have dysfunction in the other side of the faction as well. Maybe Solo and Junior Fatu, or AKA Jacob Fatu, accidentally hit each other or something. So you have a little bit of dysfunction on both sides. Okay. I would have Solo Sikoa pin Roman Reigns in this match, hands down, and that is mainly to get to the next pay-per-view, Survivor Series, and see that War Games match happen. So, yeah, and then you'll go into War Games, and you'll have the faces taking on the new Bloodline, which will be interesting. So, in review, we don't really have anybody in the chat or anything, so this video is almost at 40 minutes. I ain't gonna stay on any longer than I need to. But Drew McIntyre defeats CM Punk in Hell in a Cell. Thanks to Ethan Page. Nia Jax retains over Bayley thanks to Tiffany Stratton. Finn Balor defeats Damian Priest because he's good. Lev Morgan defeats Rhea Ripley because she gets Rhea Ripley gets in her own way, and then Solo pins Roman Reigns. Which means Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu defeat Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns in the main event. So, if there's anybody that has any questions or any questions at all, just hit me up real quick. I'm gonna be getting off here soon, I guess, because there's nobody in the thing here. So. It's okay, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Boo, bah, boo, bah, boo, bah, boo, bah. I'm actually ready to go to bed. Keep having one person flip and flop out of the damn video. They're like, oh yeah, I'm in the video, woo! And the next second they're gone. Grand opening. Ooh, that's cool. Amazed and Amazed. Sells anime, manga, K-pop. Damn me. Grand opening October 5th, Saturday, 10 a.m. 5959 Triangle Town Boulevard Suite, 1097 Raleigh, North Carolina, 27616. Yeah. Not bad. I don't know who's watching the video right now, but not bad. Cool. Awesome. Big E finally returning to WWE for a blockbuster WrestleMania program is possible, according to an analyst. I don't think it's going to happen, but whatever. Let's see what we have. Rookie contracts in the NFL. Just reading random crap now, just to make this video go like 45 minutes or something. So we have rookie contracts. We have Caleb Williams. We have Jalen Daniels and Bo Nix. Bo Nix is the quarterback for the Broncos. Jalen Daniels is the quarterback for the Redskins. Caleb Williams is the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Record this season is they're predicting for 7-5, which is, I could see all three of those getting 7-5. And then the second highest paid quarterbacks, which is Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jordan Love is the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. And Joe Burrow is the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. Record this season is 1-9. Well, Trevor Lawrence is on a horrible team. Jordan Love, he's the interesting situation. Joe Burrow, I'm actually shocked he's losing like that, but whatever. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I had it. So on fantasy football, I did have Baker Mayfield on a lot of my leagues. I had Mike Evans in a few leagues. I had Mooney in a few leagues, he's a former Chicago Bear as well. Drake London, I was hesitant to even pick him up in any league because his performance in the past few years, it wasn't interesting me. And then Kirk Cousins, 42 of 58, 509 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He did incredible. And so did Baker Mayfield. He got 19 of 24, 180 yards, 3 touchdowns, 42 yards rushing. But obviously Kirk Cousins got 34 points, and Baker Mayfield only got 23. So Kirk Cousins, obviously, it was the most decisive I felt that Kirk Cousins had been throughout the season. It was a good game, that's for sure. It was a good, solid game. Oh, isn't that funny? Raleigh family, Coastal Credit Union Music Park will be accepting relief donations for those in need in Western North Carolina at the Post Malone show this Saturday on October 5th, 2024, which is tomorrow. Which Coastal Credit Union is the yes, that's the bank that I actually have my car loan through. Isn't that just freaking amazing? Not really. Not really. Not really. It is what it is, I guess, right? I think what I'm gonna do is think trying to figure this out. So the whole week is gonna be nice. So I guess during this thing I'll figure this out too. The whole week's gonna be nice weather. I need to figure out hanging rocks forecast for the entire week too. But I'm going to be going to the mountains sometime this week, and I also want to go to a couple different beaches and go fishing in a couple locations. Or well, actually, I might go 4 different locations, but areas by the beaches. I'm going to go fishing sometimes over there. So I want to figure out how I want to do this. I know this is supposed to be the prediction video, but the prediction video does nothing for me. If I'm honest, it doesn't do shit. It used to on my old YouTube channel, but this one does not much. But so I think tomorrow I'm going to take the day to sleep in, and when I say sleep in, I mean like sleep in until like I don't know 5 o'clock in the morning or something. I don't know. I may get up and work out or something. I don't know, because I'm not going to work out on Sunday, because Sunday. So tomorrow, Saturday, I will fill up my vehicle. I will get my food prepped for Sunday. I will get everything ready for Sunday's trip. Get my vehicle ready. Get my Bible packed away, my journal. Get my food prepped. Get my everything completed, right? Get my car fully gassed up, and then Sunday morning, because see, this is the differential, because I want to go and get beautiful sunrise shots at the beach, and not only that, I want to so I want to get beautiful sunrise shots, but I also, so the most important thing is getting the sunrise shots, but is also going at an optimistic time that you can get those shots. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Topsail Beach and get beautiful shots, but Saturday is supposed to be cloudy, so that's why I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, Saturday morning, I can use that day as just a morning to rest, to sleep in, catch up on my snooze, because I need to get some extra shut-eye, because I'm tired right now. Just trying to talk myself through this, right? So use tomorrow as like a day to get prepared. Instead of just jumping straight into traveling to the beach, I can just get myself prepped, get my gas, get my food, get everything prepped, and then head there Sunday morning, stay 12 hours or whatever at the beach, because I'll have food with me. I'll have different things. So take food with me, and then so I'll just gonna figure this out. So the stuff that I want to do. A second, just figure this out. Sort of. Might as well.
It's supposed to be a prediction video.
There ain't no damn prediction video. Alright. Alright. It's getting dark out too. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go to Topsail Beach. Okay. And I want to go to Topsail Beach on Sunday morning. Which that's going to mean I'm going to have to miss church, but I want to capture that sunrise and have a full day of at Topsail Beach. Okay. So I want to do that. I want to go to Topsail Beach. I also want to go to Outer Banks. Okay, Outer Banks. Now, what part of Outer Banks I haven't decided, but I want to go to the Outer Banks. I may actually go to a different part of the Outer Banks than I went to last time, which would be pretty nifty. But I haven't completely decided because I'm going to go in the morning time. So no matter what I decide to do with that, I'm going to go in the morning. So my main focus is to get good sunrise shots. Another thing I want to do is go to Hangman's Rock, or what's the real name? What's the real authentic name of that? Let's look that up. All right, let's look it up. Let's get it up. Okay, so Hanging Rock State Park is what it's called. It's in good old by Danbury. It's in Quaker Gap. It's a pretty damn awesome. Those are pretty damn cool. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I can do all of those like areas because, yeah. But I think I can do some of these areas, but some of these areas I think you have to or excuse my language. I think some of these areas you actually have to climb, and I don't feel comfortable climbing a damn mountain. All right, I'll hike up a mountain, but I am not climbing a damn mountain. All right. So Hanging Rock State Park, I'm gonna go there sometime this week as well. Okay, and that will be fun. Then another thing I want to do is go to a pumpkin patch. Okay. So there's 4 things. So Topsail Beach, Outer Banks, Hanging Rock, and Pumpkin Patch. I want to go to do those 4 things. Now, while I'm at Topsail Beach, I'm going to try to find an area that I'm trying to find an area that I'm gonna try to find an area that I can actually go fishing at. Okay, but I also want to make a special trip to Washington, North Carolina, to go just fishing. Okay, and then also New Bern, North Carolina, as well, to go fishing as well. So, I think that's it. So, New Bern and Washington will be areas that I go to. I walk, and then I take a little bit of a break from whatever, and then I Um, so I walk and stuff, and then later I fish. You know, same thing at New Bern. You know, and in those areas I can go there super early or go there later in the day. You know, like Washington, I might go later in the day and also capture the sunset. Um, and then with New Bern, I can do the opposite. I can go early in the morning and then watch the sunrise and then go fishing afterwards. Um, but those two areas will be just for fishing. And then the pumpkin patch, I mean, it's the month of October. It's Halloween season. I could go to like a haunted museum or whatever, or a haunted, you know, park or something. I don't know. I'm not really much into that, to be honest. I'm not. I don't care about like jump scares and all that crap. I'm not really much into Halloween-esque stuff, unless it's like movies or something. Because movies are fun to watch, anyways, right? So, pumpkin patches to me are just so cool because you know you can get tons of good photography there and stuff, and plus, I'll do some research on what kind of pumpkin patch I actually want to go to. It has like the hay bride and everything. It doesn't cost like a leg and an arm and a leg to actually go in and actually participate. Okay. Hanging rock. Oh yeah, and also. So also one day I'm going to get my transmission fluid changed. Um, so you're supposed to get it done every 30,000 miles, and I'm gonna get it. I mean, you know, I don't know, but this upcoming week, I'm gonna get that done. So with that being said, I'll be making a trip Sunday morning to Topsail Beach, and then I may actually do like Washington or New Bern Monday, and then Tuesday, well, because I got plenty of time. Yeah, I think I'll do. Actually, I might do it like this. I might go Topsail Beach Sunday. Then Monday, I might go to the Outer Banks, and then Tuesday, I would do something that's a little bit closer. So either Pumpkin Patch, Washington, New Bern, something, and then Wednesday is when I'll go to Hanging Rock, followed up with Thursday, which will be the day I go get my transmission fluid changed in my Toyota. And then probably that same day I'll either go to New Bern or Washington to go fishing. And then to close the week out, I will go to a pumpkin patch. And then next weekend, basically a week from today, or not a week from today, a week from tomorrow, I may go back to New Bern, or I may go, you know, yeah. So basically, the way I'm thinking, so Sunday I'll go to Topsail Beach. Monday I'll go to the Outer Banks. And I still got to decide where in the Outer Banks I want to go to. Because I mean, there's a lot of locations at the Outer Banks to go to, but I want to go see beauty. All right. Um, Tuesday, I think I'm going to go to New Bern. Wednesday, I'll go to Hanging Rock. Thursday, get my transmission fluid changed, and I'll also go to Washington later in the day. And then Friday, to map out the week, I'll go to a pumpkin patch. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do all that. Basically, when I go to Topsail Beach, I'll be there like the whole day, like for a long time, because free parking. So, you know. And then same thing with the Outer Banks. Up, it's free parking, so I'm good. I can stay there as long as I want. And then Tuesday, New Bern, North Carolina, not bad. And then Wednesday, Hanging Rock. I'll do multiple things when I'm in these cities as well. But that's what I'm thinking. And then next weekend I may just relax or whatever. But basically I went to 2 beaches, I went to the mountains, go to a pumpkin patch, I go to Washington, New Bern, and Transmission. Now I could go somewhere else besides Washington, or I may do go somewhere else that I haven't been to, that I can also go fishing at, do something else, like Belmont or Belfort, what are those places that are a little bit farther south. But yeah, so I got my little list. And there's nobody watching the damn video, but whatever. Helps me get things off my chest a little bit. So, anyways. Yep. So tomorrow I'll be getting ready for my trips. And I'll start to slowly figure this all out. So, anyways. That's awesome, man. That is just so freaking cool. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be going to that top of the damn Hanging Rock State Park, but boat rentals are closed and Swim Lake is also closed. Horseback riding. I would love to ride a horse. That would be amazing to ride the back of a horse. Actually, at some point in the near future, I want to contact someone who has horses around Greenville, North Carolina, and I want to go ride some horses. Ride some horses. That'd be amazing. Torrey's Den parking area. Mountain biking access. Dammed river access. Okay. Oh, they do have cabins and shit too. Oh, okay. So this right here is the visiting center. Okay. Well, they do have cabins out there, vacation cabins. How much are them? Well, those are not bad looking cabins. They're probably more expensive than I want to pay, though. I tell you that. Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking cool, staying in a damn cabin. I mean, they don't look bad. They look nice, I guess. I mean, for what it's worth. But I don't really have like extra money like that at the moment. Alright. And then the bathhouse is right here. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right beside that. So you can go swim in this little lake they have here. They call it the Hanging Rock State Park Lake Bathhouse. And it's basically just a big ass lake that you can go swimming in. Which is pretty cool. And they have two waterfalls. They have an observation tower. So there's a trail to get to the observation tower. That's cool. Which it looks like that's on top of a damn like hill too. And then you got Hanging Rock itself, which I think is the main one I'll be going to, which is at the top of a dam. It's in the Appalachian Mountains, so I'm excited about that. I'll have to do some research with this, but I think what I'm gonna do is just go straight towards, because he also got Tori's Den Cave as well, which is pretty damn cool. Which is just it's a cave, which I mean it's to me it's pretty spectacular. So I'll have to check a few things out with that. Anyways, don't have any more comments or anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hip hop off of here. I'm excited about my vacation, but at the same time, the only thing I'm mainly spending is, well, I'm buying snacks, maybe some not many drinks, but I'm buying some snacks and stuff, and then mainly just gas is the main thing I'm buying. But I haven't went anywhere for over a month, so I've been saving up for that. Well, a little bit, not much, because I can't really like save up, but anyways, I guess I'm gonna get off here in a few seconds. If you need, anyway, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe right now. Do you hear me? Subscribe.